Chapter 6. The Decision.
I hope we don't run into any Timberwolves.
Flashlight quivered as she and her friend trudged through the everfree forest. Don't worry, Applejack assured her. If they come across those critters, well, I'll take care of them. He approached the zebra's tree and knocked on the door. Who is coming to say hi? Sakura asked as she opened the door. My dear Applejack and Fluttershy, won't you come in with me and have some tea? She poured them both a cup of tea, which eased their nerves a bit. It is wonderful to see your face. Now, what brings you here to my place? Fluttershy was too nervous to speak, so Applejack explained for her. As you may have noticed, Discord's back. The zebra narrowed her eyes and stomped her hoof on the table. I am fully aware that creature's in down, and I came to find my hut upside down. The southern pony gazed around the broken bottles and turned over furniture. Yeah, I can see that. Well, I'm sure you heard of the Mayans. Sakura nodded. News in Equestria travels fast. It just so happens to have passed my ear when Discord had said he would like a mare to wed. That's correct. And if he doesn't get the blade by tomorrow, he'll have the
princesses,
Fluttershy added, filling up her cup.
And I, well.
Applejack fans, Fluttershy like a bayonet liar. Sakura looked at the Pegasus with wide eyes. Is that so? You wish to go?
Yes,
she muttered.
No, maybe. I don't know.
I keep urging her not to, Applejack said. Well, she thinks she's the only one who could do it. That's why I brought her here, Sakura, so you could toss the sense into her. Perhaps I could lift your spirits up, Sakura said, holding out her hoof. But first, I don't need your teacup. Fluttershy handed Sakura her empty cup, and the zebra studied the tea leaves carefully. For such a long time, I see, you have been most unhappy. The Pegasus hung her head. You are haunted by your fear, the fairy creature which brings you here. You can tell that from her teacup? Applejack marveled. But look! Sakura showed the cup to Fluttershy, and pointed to a picture of the sun that was made by the leaves. In your future, I also see great happiness. This is if you go with the Draconoquees. Look! Thunderpoint grabbed the teacup. How could she be happy with Discord? You may not be an angel from above, but perhaps all Discord needs is some love. Love? Love for it? Well, I don't know, you're making us up.
You mean,
Fluttershy stammered.
Just wants somebody to love him?
Sakura shrugged. I could be mistaken, but I assure you if this path were taken, no harm will be brought upon you. Yet it could be that Discord is unhappy too.
I hadn't thought about that.
Applejack slammed her hoof. Because there's no way in the wide world of Equestria that a creature like him could ever. Do you not remember what you thought of me? Sakura interrupted. When you came crashing through my tree. Well, your judgments of me not wrong. Yours is massive wrong. That was different. We didn't know you then. But Discord, he's terrible. You know what he did to us? What he did to Fluttershy? What he's going to do to the princesses? Sakura waved her words away and smiled at Fluttershy. The key to happiness is to show kindness. Pegasus looked at the zebra's assuring face and grinned slightly. Now, Applejack, shall we see what is in your tea? She peered over her cup. I'll pass like you, Really, you do not want help but lack on your conflicting emotions for Spike. Hey, else is you, Applejack blustered. I told you coming here was a waste of time. Come on, Fluttershy. Hey, just to let you know, guys know, as the Pegasus in town who's been having his eye on Applejack for the longest time, is trying to woo her, I would like to remind you all that, I am willing to battle Spike for her honor. I mean, I may not have his dragon fire, but I do have druid magic, and I know how to outsmart a little purple dragon who thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. As the Pegasus followed Fred out the door, she turned back to the zebra.
Tell me, Sakura, is what you said about Discord true?
Perhaps not, she replied coolly, but perhaps it's worth a shot. Fluttershy nodded in thanks and stepped outside. two friends were quiet on their stroll back, though Fluttershy recognized a certain part of the wood. Abruptly, she flew down a path and Applejack raced after her. Fluttershy, what are you? He stopped at a cords, rickety rope bridge hanging in front of them. On the other side was a dark, floating castle. Discord had obviously fixed up the ruins he had made himself at home. Fluttershy stared at it and wondered. If she made this decision, this would be where she would spend the rest of her days. Lisa, get out of here, Applejack whispered. Her friend nodded and followed her back. Fluttershy, the Silver Pony said seriously, I know what you're thinking, but you can't do it.
You don't suppose Sakura was lying?
Fluttershy asked. I'm not calling Sakura a lie. It's Discord I don't trust.
Well, she's right. Well, Discord just wants some pony to love. I mean, why else would he ask for a bride? All those years, I bet he's never even had a friend.
Well, you should have thought about that before you took over Equestria and messed up every pony's lives.
Oh, Jack, some pony has to go with him. What choice do I have?
There are plenty of ponies in Equestria. It doesn't have to be you.
But how many do you think would be willing to go? Well, this is my choice, Applejack. I can take care of myself.
I know you can, Sugar Cube. I'll sing you face up to a manicore and a full-grown dragon, but Discord... Look, I just don't want you to get hurt. I know the others don't want you to lose you to that.
Then don't go. The sun may never rise again. He's his baby will never be born. Applejack, is me or all of Equestria?
Applejack stared up at her friend with blurry eyes, then hung her head. This is your decision, Sugar Cube. I'm not going to stop you, but you do realize I have to tell the others what you did, right? Sorry.
No, they have a right to know.
This, mostly this. Nobody else comes forth by tomorrow, then. You may do what you wish. First, I embraced her friend.
I know you'd understand, Applejack.
As he pulled away, she smiled smugly.
What's this about you and Spike?
Applejack turned to red. It's nothing really. School Pony Crest, nothing more.
When did this happen?
Well, he saved me from those Timberwolves last year. But it's been going on and off. It's kind of embarrassing. Can't tell any pony or any dragon, you hear? Hey, people who are watching this, do you know what episode she's talking about?
She doesn't know. Is there an episode where Spike helped out Applejack and did the most cliched plot imaginable, a plot so dumb that you wiped it from your memory?
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching all season 3, but I don't recall any particular episode where Spike worked with Applejack. But that would be just dumb, you know? That would be just stupid. Because that would require Spike to be totally out of character. It would be the worst episode ever. Gods. Fluttershy giggled.
Cross my heart, help to fly. Stick it.
Was Sakura of any help? So I asked the two once they had returned to Caroline. Zach hesitated. They had told her they were visiting Sakura, but not given the details. She, gave some advice. Has anybody come forth yet? Yakora shook her head. No. I tried to find the princesses using divination spells, but I've had no luck so far. Fluttershy said nothing and headed towards her room. Elzak caught up with her before she could close the door. Fluttershy, she called. Where you choose, I just want you to know. She turned to her. Yes? You just might be the bravest pony I ever known. Fluttershy smiled, knowing I'll always be the truth to her.
That really means a lot to me, Applejack.
That night, she had dreamt of Discord, and the words that Sakura had spoken.
It might not be an angel from above,
but perhaps all Discord needs is some love. The words soothed her. The more she thought about it, the less worried she was. She was still terrified, but not as much as before. She liked to think it was all true. Well, Discord was just a creature that needed to be tamed, like the Manticore and the dragon. Even if Sakura hadn't been right, some point needed to go. So when Fluttershy awoke that morning, she knew exactly what she needed to do. Twilight gazed out her window. The sun hadn't risen in 3 days, and the stars and moon were starting to fade. It would soon be nothing but darkness, and the deadline was near. The cry from Rainbow Dash interrupted her thoughts. Twilight! Twilight! You gotta come quickly!
What is it?
The princess demanded. It's Fluttershy.
He's gone!
Twilight didn't waste a second, followed the Pegasus to the Fluttershy's room. Rarity, Pinkie, Applejack, and Spike surrounded the dragon held a note in his claws. The Alcorn removed it with her magic and read it aloud.
Dear friends, I'm sorry. Love, Fluttershy.
Every pony turned suspiciously towards Applejack. Do you know what he did this? Applejack, Twilight asked. The cowgirl stomped her hoof. So he did it. She called and did it. I tried to talk her out of it, but I really did. She made me Pinkie promise not to tell y'all she did.
Calm down, Applejack. What happened?
She took a deep breath and looked down with tears in her eyes. Fluttershy stood at the cave entrance. A part of her was telling her to turn back. None of her was telling her to go in. She had to do this for her friends, for the princesses, for Equestria. She inhaled deeply and walked in. It was dark, but that's not what frightened her. She had the feeling she was going to jump out at any moment. Stop it, Fluttershy, she told herself. You need to be brave.
Hello?
She called out weakly.
Home?
Well. She yelled in surprise and spun around to find the Draconco standing over her. Isn't the element of kindness herself? How nice of you to drop in. Suddenly, the ground beneath her disappeared. Fluttershy screamed as he fell through a hole. She let go with a thump, looked around to find that she had landed in the same spot she had fallen.
How did...
She stammered. Discord laughed maniacally. Ha 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 ha! Oh, that was priceless. He wiped away a tear. So what brings you here, my dear? Come to negotiate some more. Fluttershy struggled to stand. Her knees were shaking.
Well, I've come to negotiate something.
Strange that Twilight would send you to try to reason with me. Well, you can tell your princess that I will only take a bride, and that's final.
And a bride you shall have.
Discord stared at her. He started cheering.
Right here.
He blinked again. Say again. Fluttershy closed her eyes and straightened up. For a long while there was silence. She opened her eyes to see his face full of confusion. Then erupted into a roar of laughter. Oh, I get it. This is a joke, right? All right. Maybe that prank's for Pinkie Pie. He did not respond. Rainbow Dash.
They don't even know I'm here. Well, he should by now. I left them alone.
Why would you leave them up? His laughter faded as he studied the pony's face. You're serious about this? She nodded solemnly. You. Never expected her, the Pegasus afraid of her own shadow, to accept his offer. Actually, he was beginning to think no pony would come forth at all.
Yes?
And no pony put you up to this. She shook her head.
This was my decision, but...
She backed away nervously.
You'd rather have some pony else.
Now hold on. She jumped as he appeared behind her. I didn't say I wasn't interested. He circled her, studying her carefully from every angle. Fluttershy shut her eyes and stood still, heart racing. She flinched as he sniffed her mane, but tried not to react. Discord had to admit, for a pony, she wasn't bad to look at. Her silky pink mane was well groomed and smelled of roses. Her big teal eyes, though closed now, were almost adorable. And her voice was as sweet as honey. This must have been some trick of some sort. There was no pony that could have come out of her own free will, but he knew she wasn't a trickster. Besides, when was he going to get another chance like this? Oh, sure, if you like the sweet and innocent type. I personally prefer girls who can match me. You'll do, he said with indifference. But are you certain this is what you want, my dear? Remember, if you agree to this, there's no going back. And I also prefer them blonde with green eyes and a southern accent. First, I looked at him boldly.
If I were to go with you, you will keep your promise to let the princesses go?
My dear. He said with a bow. You have my word. And my friends will never hear from me again. He stooped down to her, face inches from hers. Think of it this way. You could either spend eternity living comfortably in my estate, cater to your every need, or you could spend the rest of your short life in a world of darkness.
Here's my every need.
If we are to be married, what's mine is yours. It is in my power. I shall give you whatever you desire. Call it incentive. She could not tell if he was serious. Being offered whatever she desired did sound tempting. Why would he do that for her? Perhaps Zakar was right. Perhaps he was desperate for a companion. Seeing that he was getting to her, he placed his hands on her shoulders. So will it be, my dear? It didn't matter. Equestria needed the princess's return. She breathed in.
I'll marry you.
Excellent. He got excited in the air.
Now, where are the princesses?
Instead of answering, he smirked. Why don't we make it official? He snapped his fingers, and a box materialized in his paw. He opened to reveal a sparkling diamond ring.
Oh dear,
she muttered. He chuckled again. I'll ask again. Will you marry me, Fluttershy? Don't! The Pegasus started to see Twilight racing towards them, the arrows behind.
You keep away from her, creep!
Cried Rainbow, her face filled with bloodlust. Discord stopped him with all his magic. Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a proposal here.
Put them down.
Fluttershy begged.
Please, just let me say goodbye to them.
He rolled his eyes and released him from his spell. Fluttershy rushed to Twilight's side.
I told you not to come after me.
We couldn't let you go to him. The Alicorn bellowed, pointing accusingly into Treconquest.
You'll understand. I had to do this.
No, you don't. There has to be another way.
I don't do this. Equestria's doomed for all eternity. Venus will never have her baby.
Do you have any idea what this monster might do to you? Rainbow shouted.
No pony chooses my fate but me.
Fluttershy, Rarity pleaded. You can't possibly marry this beast. Discord dramatically put a hand to his heart, pretending to look offended.
I'm sorry, but this is my decision. But Fluttershy, Piggy sniffed, I'll never see you again.
She looked at her friend sadly.
I know.
We'll find another way to get the princesses back. Twilight insisted. I'll even go to your place. Well, please, rat, Applejack interrupted. He'll turn to her shock. Fluttershy's the only opponent in control of her destiny. It's her decision to slave Equestria. We should respect that decision. She walked up to her friend. You take care of yourself, you hear? Fluttershy nodded and embraced the air pony.
Make sure my animals get everything they need.
Of course, you. Fluttershy. Rainbow started to say as he flew down to her. You can't. You won't. Say hi to your childhood friend.
You stood up for me so many times. Now I can return the favor.
See over to Rarity.
You can get my clothes if you like.
Unicorn was astonished, nodding. You can't expect me to. She too received a hug. Let's be silly. I'll donate them. Not my size, anyway. First, I did turn to the pink earth pony.
Pinkie Pie,
Pinkie Pie let out a wail, flung her hose around her neck.
Don't forget us, looking. Even if you'll never see us again, don't forget our names. I mean, it's easy to forget one's name after not seeing them for a while, and I won't forget you, Pinkie.
She sniffed and hugged her tired.
No.
Once Pinkie had loosened her grip, Fluttershy turned to Spike. Before she could say anything, he wrapped his arms around her legs with a line. She then looked up at Twilight, who was the first of tears.
I'll be fine, she assured her. I promise. How can you possibly keep that promise?
Yeah, Corn choked.
You know how good I am with creatures.
She said in a whisper.
I think I can tame him. But, for Cadance.
She nodded and embraced her. Discord was about ready to gag. Hello, he called, waving the ring box. Waiting for an answer here. Fluttershy pulled away from her friends and courageously faced her conquest. She stuck out her hoof and uttered, yes. Discord smiled in triumph as he sat the box away. The ring then reappeared on a chain around Fluttershy's neck. The conquest crackled as he scooped his bride in his arms. The pony thrust in hard. You hurt her head, Rainbow warned. I assure you, she won't be harmed. So long as you don't try and take her back. Now, we have a wedding plan. With a final triumphant laugh, Discord vanished with Fluttershy, and in her place, the three princesses appeared, their horns restored to their heads. What happened? Luna demanded. Where's Discord? The ponies burst into tears. Applejack was the only one with the strength to speak. Holly's taking a bride. Their eyes widened. Who? Celestia asked. Receiving no response, she beseeched her student. Twilight, who do you take? The purple alicorn buried her face in her hose, knowing her friend was gone because of her failure as a princess.
I'm sorry, Fluttershy. I'm so sorry.